Welcome to Namaste, Move Your Way. Thank you for joining us today in our yoga series. I would like to invite you to join me today for a Yoga Sculpt class. Before we get started, grab 2 water bottles that you have, or if you have dumbbells available, nothing over 5 pounds. We will be using them later in the practice. So come on and join me now. We'll start in child's pose. Heels together, your knees the width of the mat, fingertips spread towards the top of your mat, resting your forehead down to the mat, and just sink in and settle in, finding your breath. Taking nice deep inhales and exhales, natural to your breath pattern. On your next inhale, come up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are directly underneath your hips. On your inhale, you're going to round your back, or you're going to arch your back, look forward into cow. And as you exhale, you'll round your back, pull navel to spine, feel the stretch in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, open to cow, and exhale, round into cat. Completing 2 more on your own breath pattern, moving at the speed you need to. After you've completed that last cat pose, come back to your tabletop position. Extend your right toes behind you and your left fingertips reach for the top of the mat. As you inhale, you lift hand and foot up off the mat and hold. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, bring elbow to knee to meet underneath. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend long and hold right here. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, lower hand and knee back to the mat. Switching to the second side, extend your left foot long, right fingertips to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift hand and foot up off the mat and hold. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend long. Elbow to knee. Inhale and hold. Take 1 more inhale and exhale, lower hand and knee down to your mat. Coming back into your child's pose. Knees are the width of the mat. Heels come together. Sink your hips back. Fingertips reach forward. To deepen this stretch across your shoulders, come to the pads of your fingertips and lift the palm of your hand, intensifying the stretch across your shoulders. On your next exhale, release your palms back down to the mat. And then on your next inhale, come back to a tabletop position. From here, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, press back into your downward dog. As you inhale, look to your fingertips. As you exhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Hanging in your forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale down. As you inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Standing in your mountain pose. Take a nice deep inhale. Find your center. Wiggle between your feet from the front of your foot to the back of your foot and find your center. Release your hands down into mountain pose. Take a nice deep inhale, arms reach up overhead. And as you exhale, cactus your arms, look up, small back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, down. Bring a slight bend to your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We'll be flowing in our sun salutation. Take a nice deep inhale. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Release your hands to the mat. Step back into a plank position. Holding your plank. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you'll lower down chaturanga, coming all the way down to your mat. Inhale, lift cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tuck your toes, come back, and press back into your down dog. Take a nice deep inhale here, and a full exhale. Bring a slight bend to your knees. Inhale, look to your fingertips. Exhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Hanging in your forward fold. Releasing your neck, letting the crown of your head hang down towards the mat. Gently shaking your head yes. Gently shaking your head no. Hold stillness, center on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, down. On your next inhale, slight bend, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. One more flow through. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down to your mat, stepping back into a plank position. You have the option to drop your knees, or you can keep your knees lifted. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up to cobra. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Walk the dog out, lifting a heel and pressing a heel down towards the mat. As you exhale, press both heels equally down towards the earth. As you inhale, take your gaze forward. Exhale, hop or walk your feet to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, down. Inhale, all the way to standing. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Good. From here, coming to our Sunbee Salutation. Take a nice deep inhale and a full exhale. As you inhale, sweep your hands to the earth. Sink your hips back. Arms reach up, sitting back into your chair pose. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, airplane arms behind you. Inhale, arms reach back up in front. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, see if you can sit a little bit lower. Exhale, arms back, airplane arms. From here, balancing on your left leg, step your right foot back. Coming into your crescent lunge. Arms reach up overhead. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, see if you can sink a little bit lower in the hips. Good. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, hands come down towards your mat. Right hand stays on your mat. Left hand twists and open to the side. Gaze can be at the hand or down at your mat. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, release your hand down. Inhale, come back up to your high crescent lunge. Open into warrior two. Warrior two, your gaze is over your left fingertips. Shoulders are down and away from your ears. Take a nice deep inhale and a full exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. High five, the left hand back behind you. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Windmill your hands down to the mat. Pivot onto the ball mount on the right foot. Step your left foot back. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, press back to your downward dog. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, half or walk your feet to the top of the mat. Hanging in your forward fold. On your next inhale, sweeping your arms, rubbing the fingertips on your mat, sinking your hips back into that chair pose, sitting up nice and tall. From your chair pose, you take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, airplane arms behind you, reaching for the wall or mat, stepping your left foot back into a high crescent lunge, arms reach up back towards the ceiling or sky. Taking a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Left hand stays planted firmly on the mat, right hand can come to the right thigh or extend and reach up for the sky. Your gaze can follow or your gaze can remain down at your mat. Take a nice twist, and as you exhale, release that twist, coming back up to your crescent lunge. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, you'll open into warrior two. Gaze is over your right fingertips, shoulders are down and away. Checking in with your right knee, making sure you have a nice bend, but still can see your front toes, and use the inner thigh to press the knee out to the right edge of your mat. Reverse warrior, high five the back of the room. Inhale, come back up. Warrior two, hold strong. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, cartwheel your hands back down to the mat. Pivot onto the ball mount of your left foot, step your right foot back, hold your plank nice and strong. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, lower down chaturanga. This time you can inhale up to up dog if you feel appropriate, or cobra, and then exhale, press back to your downward dog position. Take a nice deep inhale, gaze to your fingertips, and as you exhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. In your forward fold, step your feet to the width distance of your hips, and then frame your head with your arms. Hands reach for opposite elbows, and you can gently sway side to side. From here, come back to the center, release and reduce the movement. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Arms reach up overhead, and as you exhale, you bring your hands back to heart center. Perfect. From here, we are coming into our squat series. For the squat series, you'll pick up your weights, either your water bottles or your weights, and we'll have 4 movements. The 4 movements that we will do are all squat based. So the first one, weights are down at your sides. You're going to sit back into a squat position. It's a slow countdown, and then we'll come back up. We will do that for 30 seconds. Then the next movement we'll have is a squat with a twist. So you'll come down and squat, and then twist up. Squat, twist up. And then the last one we have are froggy squats. So you'll actually put the weights down for this one. And the froggy squats, you come into the plank position. You hop your feet up. Come, lift your hands off the mat. Hands come down, hop your feet back. And as we go through, I will provide modifications for each movement. So let me get my clock ready. Okay, so our first one is our 2 count down. Ready? Grab those weights, and here we go. You're gonna lower down for 1, 2, and up. 1, down, 2, and up. 1, good, down, 2, and up. 1, down, 2, and up. 1. Great. As you're completing these movements, you want to engage your core. And then you also want to check in on your knees. Your knees should never go in front of your toes when you're completing a squat. Nice job. Keep going. You're about halfway there. Pass halfway. 2 seconds. Good. Done. Next movement, again, we have is the squat with the twist. Ready? We're going in 3, 2, 1. Down, up, and twist. Down, up, and twist. Down, twist. Good job. You can speed it up or you can slow it down. Move at what your body needs today on your mat. Today may be different from yesterday, and most likely will be different from tomorrow. Good job. Here we go. Beautiful. Nice form. Still engage that core as you're twisting, getting your obliques in. One more. All right, good job, good job. The last one we have is the froggers. So get down in that plank position. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Hop up, lift your hands, hands down, hop back. Modification. Up, up, lift, hands down, step back, step back. So move at what you need. Nice job. Heart rate's increasing. You should start sweating. Give me one more, whichever modification you have. Good, and then come all the way up. Shake it out. Nice job, nice job. Come back, let's do a Sunbee Salutation again. Root through those heels. Take a nice deep inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale down. Plant your hands on your mat, step back into a plank position. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, press back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right foot into the air. Exhale, bend the right knee. Drop the right heel towards the left side of your mat for a nice little hip opener. Good. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, square your hip back to the center. Release the right leg down. Inhale, lift the left heel up. Exhale, open to the left side. Good, take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, square your left hip back to the mat. Extend the leg and release it down to the mat. Inhale, look to your fingertips. Exhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Great job, everyone. Again, we're going to take those weights and we're going to move on to a Sunbee, but we're going to use the weights. So I would like you to have your weights at the top of your mat. And then we will flow down. Okay, take a nice deep inhale, arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, grab those weights in your hands. Bring a slight bend to your knees. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Beautiful. Your chair pose. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, reach your hands behind you, airplane arms. Good. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, staying on that left side, lift your right toes up. Come in your mountain, one-legged. Good, working on the balance. If you need assistance with balance, try and balance on the tiptoes. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, sweep your arms back into your airplane, and there you've come into your warrior 3. Then slowly lowering your right toes down to your mat, come back into your crescent lunge. Good. Stay nice and strong here. In your crescent lunge, you're going to bend your back knee to that 90-degree angle just where it's kissing the mat. Not really touching, but just kissing. And from here, we're gonna do 10 bicep curls. So you'll curl your water bottle or weight up to your shoulder and release it down back by your hips. Here we go. We've got 10, 9, 8, good job, 7, legs are working, 6, 5, stay strong, you're almost there, 4, 3, 2, last one, good. Then from here, you're gonna reach your arms up overhead, straighten that back leg, hold into your crescent lunge. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, lower your hands and weights down to your mat. Hands come planted on your mat, step your left foot back into a plank position. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, press back to down dog. As you inhale, gaze to your fingertips. As you exhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Hanging in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Grab those weights again. Bring a slight bend into your knees. Sweep your arms up. Come back into your chair pose. Good. Staying strong. Take a nice deep inhale. Sweep your arms back behind you into airplane. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Inhale, lift your arms back up overhead. As you inhale, the weight and the balance comes into your right foot, lifting your left heel. Holding in your one-legged mountain pose. Again, if you need the balance, toes can come down, or if you're by a wall or a chair, use that to help you hold your balance. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to slowly lean forward. Arms are going to sweep behind you, coming into a warrior 3. Good. Hold strong. Nice balance. The shaking, the wiggling, the falling, it's all a part of the practice. As you inhale, slowly lower that left foot down into the mat, coming into your high lunge, holding strong. As you exhale, try and lower that back knee down to that 90-degree angle. If you don't have it, that's okay. Stay where you're most comfortable. And then as you lower your hands down, we're gonna go into lateral movements with the arms. So take a nice deep inhale. You're gonna lift your elbows up and then lower them back down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Working the shoulders, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Give me 3 more. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Lift the weights back up overhead. I know you're working strong. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, release the weights down to your mat. Hands come firm into your mat. Step your right foot back into a plank position. You have the option to flow, or you can go straight back to downward dog. We'll all meet in our downward dog position. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, lift up into cobra. Exhale, back into your down dog position. From here, you'll come back into a child's pose. Knees are the width of the mat. Heels come together. Sink your hips back. Rest your forehead. Catch your breath. Focus in on you and your needs right now for your class. On your next inhale, you're going to walk both hands over to the left side of your mat. Take your right fingertips and try and walk your right fingertips 1/4 of an inch further. Deepening the side body stretch on the right side. Still press your right hips towards your right heel. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to the center. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, walk both hands over to the right side of your mat. Still press your left hip towards your left heel. To deepen that stretch, see if you can walk your left fingertips just a 1/4 of an inch, even an 1/8 of an inch, just a little bit further to deepen the stretch on the side body. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands back to the center. As you inhale, come back up to a tabletop position. From here, you're going to tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into a down dog. Inhale, gaze to fingertips. Exhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We'll take one more float down to the mat. Take a nice deep inhale, arms reach up overhead. And as you exhale, forward fold. Use that full breath to come down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale down. Plant your hands on the mat and step back into a plank position. Your final plank of class. Hold strong. Press your heels to the wall behind you. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, press back to your downward dog. Take one more inhale in your downward dog. Take note of how you feel now as you travel through this practice. You should feel stronger. You should feel warmer. You should feel accomplished. As you exhale, lower your knees down to the mat. Sink your hips back towards your heels. You'll drop your hips to whatever side is most comfortable and swing your legs out in front of you. Your heels are at the top of the mat. Feet are together. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, you'll forward fold, reaching for your shins. If you have your shins, reach for your toes. If you have your toes, try and reach for your heels. As you inhale, you lengthen your back. And as you exhale, you try and bring your chest a little bit closer to your thighs. Remember, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower. Take one more deep inhale. And as you come to that next exhale, release your hands and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. The last thing to come up is your head. Good. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. And then release them back down behind you. Inhale, shoulders up to ears. Exhale, release them back down behind you. Good. From here, arms come out for those Frankenstein-styled arms. Bring a C curve to your spine and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. The last thing to come down is your head. Once your head has come down to the mat, reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice good morning stretch. And then as you exhale, sweep your arms around, hugging in your right knee into your chest. As you inhale, hands come behind your right thigh, heel to the sky. Gently assist for a hamstring stretch. Keep your left leg activated by flexing your left foot. Begin to point and flex your right foot. Good. And as you exhale, bring your knee back into your chest. Extend your arms out into a T position. And then you can softly drop your right knee over to the left side of your mat, creating a gentle twist. And to deepen that stretch, you can take your gaze over to your right fingertips. Take one more inhale. Return to center. Hug the knee in one more time. And then release the right leg long on your mat. Take note of how the right leg feels versus your left leg. And as you inhale, bring your left knee into your chest and hug the left knee in. Inhale, extend the left heel to the sky. Begin to point and flex your left toes, your left foot. Then bring the left knee back into your chest. From here, release those arms again, T position, dropping the knee over towards the right side. Gaze is over at the left hand. One more inhale, and as you exhale, knee comes back to the center. Hug it in one more time, and release it long. Good. Coming into our final pose, our Shavasana pose, our corpse pose. Softly close your eyes. Let your arms come down by your sides, palms up towards the sky. Let your feet rock out, releasing down into your mat. Letting the day's stresses and worries roll off your shoulders. Feel the earth below your head, your shoulders, your hips, your heels. Take these last few moments of class for yourself. Ready to come out of your final pose, begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bring rotations to your ankles and your wrists. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, you'll roll to your right side, resting in fetal position. Hugging your knees up towards your chest, resting your right ear on your right bicep. And then from here on your next inhale, you'll press yourself up into an easy seated pose, however you're most comfortable. We'll take one more breath as a class, taking a nice deep inhale, arms will reach up overhead. And as you exhale, sealing in your practice, bringing your hands to heart center, ending with namaste.